I ran as an independent way back in the 70s. Of course, the prerequisite to my running, I worked in independent politics on the west side of Chicago for many years, and we elected a lot of independents. Independent politics, as far as I'm concerned, is the way to go because it allows the general public to become participants in the process. And independent politics really speaks to what the forefathers wrote about. They talked about government of the people, by the people, and for the people. And when you're an independent, you get a chance to practice that particular discipline. I am not bent on being, or I don't want to be, a machine politician. That is not what I'm all about. I've always fought that kind of politics because that kind of politics is adverse to the general public. In the 70s, when independents got out and worked, they just did not have the kind of dollars to run the kind of campaigns that they wanted to run. So what they had to do, they had to work harder and work longer than the machine candidates, because the machine candidates had all of the resources, whether legal or not. They had all the resources that they needed. They had a lot of money. They had a lot of precinct workers that was being paid by the taxpayers to work against the wishes of the taxpayers when they worked against independence. I did not have, and we did not have, all of the resources. The machine had all kinds of precinct workers. They could put 6 or 7 people in a precinct to work against you. And we would be lucky if we could find 2 people to work in a precinct. And we continued to work, and matter of fact, we eventually took over the West Side because we had the staying power. We just did not quit. And day after the election, we'd be right back out in the precincts talking to the voters, saying to them, we really appreciate you coming out and voting for us, and we would get it next time. And we knew that a lot of those people didn't vote for us. They really didn't, a lot of them didn't even come out, but we went back and let the people know that we were really concerned about changing the way the machine was running the west side of Chicago in politics. Why am I a progressive? Well, and what does that mean? It means that I come from the people. It means that I agendize the wishes of the people. It is my intent to make sure that government, in this particular case, comes from the wishes of the people. In a real campaign, and when things need to be changed and people want to change it, those people become plebiscitic. And they come out in mass, and they get involved in trying to change that process. And so I classify myself as a progressive because I go beyond the call of duty. I take on the democratic machine when they are doing things that is adverse to my beliefs. I don't have any problem with stepping up and going to the next level with whatever's at stake. I don't have any problem with taking on a system and fighting that system. For instance, I took on the system with the smoking ban because secondhand smoke was killing people. 8 people a day was killing people. I felt that I had a responsibility when I was dealing with the smoking ban, because there were a lot of people who didn't want it. And if people don't want something, the people who are in a position to do something about it, they're going to fight you. And so I encountered some of those people and I fought them. We rewrote the ordinance when it became apparent that everything we had in the ordinance was not what the people wanted. We changed the ordinance and made it more applicable to the growth and development of our community. We talked to as many people as we could talk to, and eventually we got the Lung Society and the Cancer Society involved in that fight. And in the final analysis, if you do things right, ultimately you are going to win because you're doing it right.